Hey, this is Notser, and this is the user replay of the week. Drazyx is in the Tier 7 British cruiser, Fiji, on the map Shards. If you are interested in submitting a replay, please submit it to notserreplay@gmail.com. Please have the replay file, in-score screenshots, 1 to 2 sentence summary, and please include the ship name in the title of the email. I really appreciate all of the emails that I receive. A ton of great games. Can't share them all. This one is very interesting, and it's a British cruiser, so I figured, people want to see it. So let's go into it. The Fiji is of British design, of course. It appears that Drazyx might have a concealment build on this ship. He is using all premium consumables, which I highly recommend. And it's pretty standard fare. You get the heal, hydroacoustic, and you also have your smoke. Now, he appears to be headed over towards A point, which is in the process of being captured by the enemy, and an enemy Emerald. That is the Tier 5, I believe, British cruiser. Apologies for not knowing the exact tier. But it appears that either the British cruiser popped a smoke, or a friendly destroyer for him has concealed his position. Drazyx decides to use his smoke, and, there's an enemy, Mitski. Let's go after the Mitski, right, Drazyx? And, maybe a tick of damage. Oh, it straddles the target. Okay. Well, he's got a smoke, and it's going to last for 103 seconds. So he's just got to wait out the enemy. It looks like the enemy team has gone an A-B strategy. Ooh, interesting. Tried to torpedo Drazyx, but not successful. And Drazyx is just interested in firing at the enemy as he shows himself. And I don't know why he saw the Emerald and looked away, but it's very obvious that the Emerald is there. Maybe he was distracted by something else on the map. Either way, I highly recommend firing AP at a broadside British cruiser. It's a no-brainer. 4,400. That's pretty good. Only the 2 front guns were in position. It appears that the Emerald might use their smoke. And Drazyx is going to send the torpedo systems, which do have range. Probably not going to hit, though. Only 3. And he blind fires into the smoke. And he gets a Citadel, so he's going to do it again. I could never be that lucky in my ships. I can't even imagine hitting that. Ooh, an enemy Leningrad. This must be the destroyer that went, and it looks like he might actually get hit by the torpedoes. Drazyx fires his AP, which does a moderate amount, and of course the Leningrad fits himself right in where the torpedoes are not. Drazyx does not have his smoke anymore, so he should be moving, and the threat of torpedoes is very real. It appears that also the Emerald is firing from smoke, and he immediately goes to the Emerald. He's aware. He probably worked his way up to Tier 7. He gets 2 Citadels, 8,400. Not bad. The Emerald pulled a Notser. He ran into the island. Oh boy. But I assume Drazyx, 10,000. Drazyx clearly has had to work for his Tier 7. And he knows just how bad these ships are. And their Citadels are just super massive. The enemy at Leningrad is still firing. It looks like the Emerald let out some torpedoes. And Drazyx, we need to get past the torpedoes very quickly. Please, make haste. And he's going to kill the Leningrad, of course. And that was pretty simple. So now, Drazyx can take A for his team. They have not taken C. It does not look good right now for Drazyx. The enemy team has 2 bases. They will only have 1, of course. But they have a pretty dominant position over here. Nobody on Drazyx's team is coming forward. Yeah. That's not what you want to see. So he's got to be careful. He's overextended. This looks like a Notser play. And some of the stream highlights would suggest that this ends in death. So far he's been pretty healthy though in the Fiji. I don't know if it's angling, the enemy team's incompetence. That's always never underestimate the level of incompetence on your enemy team. You want to prepare for the worst and celebrate the best, which would, of course, be the enemy's broadside. And they are not returning fire to you, which felt like the Emerald was there. So it looks like, at least initially, A point will be captured. There are 2 enemy destroyers. Last known position was B point. And it appears that Drazyx's team has refused to support him. They are very far away from A point. So Drazyx, you don't want to be seen by the 3 to 4 enemy ships out there. You just want to try and whittle down an opponent that might stray too far. And oh, he's detected. And it's a Cleveland. Okay, well, I believe the Cleveland's probably in position. He's got HE. Alright. It's going to do significant damage. Yep. Is he going to get a shot off before the island is in the way? No. No, he is not. He is set on fire. He could choose... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a Boyskavitsa coming down this area. He's going to use his single fire launcher torpedoes, which I love. They feel great. He's also using his smoke to sort of conceal his strategy a little bit. But the Boyskavitsa is so close, it doesn't really matter. And he's out in the open on the other side of the island. So the Boyskavitsa takes a pretty good shot. Goes completely neutral. All of the shells ricochet. This is the life of the British cruiser line. If you fight anyone who is competent in anything, they will be able to avoid most of the damage. He's opening up just a touch too much. 2,000 points of damage, and this is bad, Drazyx. He's gonna get his torpedoes out, but he does get them. Oh, Drazyx, move forward! Move forward, Drazyx! Avoid it! Avoid it! Oh, alright, he's still alive. He runs in the island. Good man, Drazyx. I like seeing Notsers being pulled. Someone is firing from the smoke. He blind fires. Not as successful as previously. But how often do you expect to get... Oh boy, Drazyx. Is he going to get a... Gets a little bit of him. 3,000. Please avoid the torpedoes. Okay, not even close. Not even close. It's the Mutski, so you should expect torpedoes at about 30 seconds at this point. He's in a possible position to send his torpedoes. He does send, what, 3? Very quickly. At the exact same position. Probably not going to work out. But his guns are in position, and he just lights him up. 5,100. The AP on this ship is very effective against destroyers. That is certain. It is very effective. And now, for what it's worth, Drazyx, you've been in a pretty difficult scenario, but survived. It's very impressive that you were able to avoid those torpedoes. And the interesting thing about the British cruiser line is the way they accelerate. They're not very good at stopping, but moving forward, they can go very quickly off the starting gate. It is so weird to me starting a match and seeing the British cruisers leap to the forefront because they've already accelerated to max speed in 3 to 5 seconds at the start. So what does Drazyx need to do? Well, probably not be seen. That would be a good start. Allow his team to sit on 2 bases to 1. They are down on points, probably because the enemy team had 2 bases for an extended period. They're equal on the number of kills. However, Drazyx's team has a destroyer, which the enemy team does not. That is a big deal if the destroyer can take advantage of it. He's not going to be blind spotted by the enemy destroyer. I love it whenever I'm the only destroyer in the game. And it looks like Drazyx doesn't want to be seen. It looks like he's maybe expecting the New Mexico to slowly make their way over to A point, using the island to block the shot of friendlies and possibly come around this island. The enemy Cleveland out in the open, taken out. Not really a surprise. The Cleveland should have expected that the entire time. But what could he do? What could he do? There is 2 enemy ships that are over by C point. They are not participating in the combat. And Drazyx is almost to the point where he can send his torpedoes against the New Mexico. I can't stress this enough. The torpedo systems feel fantastic. It's the best part of the British cruiser line. This single launch system is just gorgeous. A great player can hit every torpedo and punish a target like the New Mexico if they don't change their angling, they don't change their speed. And we'll see where those torpedoes go. It looks good, but we'll have to wait. The torpedoes should be coming up on him, and Drazyx used the last of his heal. The enemy Alba, enemy Bayern are also in the area. Oh, he got one. He got two. He earns Kraken Unleashed. Nice. Good job, Drazyx. And this is maybe a little aggressive. However, he does have his smoke. He can't afford to use it. The Bayern, probably shocked that his teammate is already dead. His guns were not pointed this way, so Drazyx can get a couple shots off. And he pops a smoke. Don't want to outrun the smoke, Drazyx. It's going to be a real bad scenario. Okay, good. He's good. He's good. I would prefer the Alba, and Drazyx apparently also prefers the Alba. It's just a much easier ship to pin with AP only. So he's going to start working on it. Looks like he might be aiming a little high. Just drop it down just a touch, and it looks like he does. Not too much, of course. It's only 6 kilometers away. And it's doing about as well as it can be expected. This angle is just a little bit too much for a Citadel. But the AP should be able to do good damage, and he earns Confederate. Friendly gets the kill, and rightfully so. Drazyx didn't really do that much more against the Alba. A Afro Squirrel did 9 Citadels. Pretty impressive. That's a destroyer. He probably just was at the right angle to be able to do that. The Bayern is moving backwards. And this is where it's really plainly obvious that the British are completely worthless. An angled battleship is just not going to give you a lot of damage. So he decides, let's go after the Nuremberg. And maybe let him in a little bit too much. Just a touch. Just a touch too much lead. He still has the smoke for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And the Nuremberg takes out the friendly Farragut, unfortunately, and he's very happy about that. But he's taken out. That's revenge. You don't take the squirrel out. He earned Kraken Unleashed, so that enemy cruiser did a great job for his team. And now it's only the enemy Bayern. The friendly Königsberg is stationary, taking side shots from the Bayern. I don't know what Drazyx is doing. He could easily fire on the enemy Bayern, but maybe he's typing away. The Afro Squirrel is apologizing for taking 3 kills. No. Drazyx didn't really do much for it. The destroyer kills that were over by A, it was impressive. The torpedoes being dodged, I would probably have been hit by them. Any other cruiser would have been hit by those torpedoes. It's the acceleration of the British cruisers that allow it to do stuff like that. And you're holding your fire a long time, Drazyx. I don't know why it took so long. But he decides to fire at a low-health target that's burning. We all know what's about to happen, right? This is a kill secure scenario. Yep. Kill secure. Drazyx, you are bad. You are very bad. Admittedly, I can't deny that something similar has happened to me multiple times, so yes, it's not a terrible thing. Drazyx earned Confederate Kraken Unleashed, 7 kills, 2,545 base XP. Did a great job. The Squirrel did a good job for his team. That Nuremberg, of course, did a great job. Boy, there was only like 5 people with kills in this game. Very odd game. But, Drazyx, you made it exciting over for A point, and I thank you for that. As far as damage is concerned, most of it AP. Just a hair under 100,000. It's a great game. Taking out those destroyers, taking out broadside cruisers. That's all you can ask for in the British cruiser line. I hope you enjoyed seeing Drazyx on Shards map, just carrying his team to victory. I really enjoyed 8-Point Drazyx. Good job. I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.